Hello and welcome to Ultimate Motorsport 1963 Round 7. Here we go for the qualifying. Oh, it looks like the Glitteratis after that recent speed upgrade have completely gotten it right for Monza here. And that is oh my god, they've tied for provisional pole after the first lap. Solomon Rogers in third. Francesco Longo. There was a speed upgrade for HPR as well, and look at that, Francesco Longo is now up there with Jacob Johnson, fourth, ahead of Jacob Johnson, in fact, by a few hundreds, which is very interesting. And Jacob Johnson goes up to third. Valentin Pontes with a time of 25.77, he's on provisional pole here. Longo in fifth, Theo Petit in sixth, and Granados and Luis Rees. And that is Valentin Pontes on pole position. And then James Lavoie makes it a front row lockout for Glitterati. Jacob Johnson starts from third for HPR. Solomon Rogers from fourth for Lowski. Francesco Longo from fifth for HPR. Then it's Theo Petit. Then it's the two Rev Rebels, seventh and eighth Mario Granados and Luis Rees. Let's take a look at the upgrades, because those upgrades look to have had a substantial impact for rounds moving onwards. And yeah, we've got HPR had a speed and grip upgrade, Glitterati had a speed and acceleration upgrade, and BBB had a speed and acceleration upgrade. However, nothing for Rev Rebel Racing, they just had a good 7th and 8th. And here we are, Jacob Johnson is into the lead of the race. He's gotten past both Glitterati, so we're gonna have a rain. What is happening? Look at that. We got Rogers drop down a few positions to 7th. Everyone's going onto those weather tires. And we've got Francesco Longo in 4th, running in the points for the first time in quite a while. And look at that, it's become what appears to be a two-horse race, but Theo Petit's still got that skill level to be able to challenge the Glitterats and the HPR as well. Francesco Longo is just dropping like a brick right now, to be fair. Struggling on those in these wet weather conditions. Jacob Johnson doesn't appear to have had the same impact on him. It looks like Lavoie also struggling with the rain here at Monza. Samuel Bertrand has gotten past him. As of the current standings, Scuderia and Glitterati have nearly double the points of second, which is HPR. They are at 68 points, HPR at 35. It's statistically very unlikely for Glitterati to not get the Constructors' Championship based on their performance here so far. Jacob Johnson leads the race, but Valentin Pontes has copped him. Luca Campbell running in third, then it's Theo Petit, James Lavoie, then Jules Claes, Samuel Bertrand, and Francesco Longo has dropped down to the final points position. Solomon Rogers to 9th, Stephen Jackson down in 10th. Yeah, he did not qualify in the top 8. And Longo's out of the points right now. Theo Petit overtakes Pontes, and he's looking to try and overtake Johnson as well. After all, the Drivers' Championship is between him and Lavoie, but because of his DNF in Germany, Lavoie is now 20 points ahead, and that is not good news for Petit, who needs to do everything he can, every single race from now on, as he takes the lead of the race here. Lavoie fighting Pontes, Campbell in third. We have Clays, Bertrand, and Jackson here. Longo has already dropped to 11th. Unfortunately for him, it looks like once again he will not be able to score any points in another race in his final season. In any case, Jacob Johnson fighting Theo Petit here for the lead. Jacob Johnson just got his personal best lap of the race as 26.45. Nowhere near Theo Petit's 25.90. But the track is drying rapidly. They do not pit. Look at Campbell and Lavoie do pit for dry tyres. Petit, Johnson, and interestingly enough, Pontes all decided to stay out. Will that cost him? We'll have to see. It's definitely costing Johnson. Pontes is absolutely having the time of his life. He's on the back of Petit now. Johnson has dropped from both of them. Pontes under the hards. Petit and Johnson under the softs. Look at Campbell and Lavoie. Breeze through past them. It's Campbell in the lead of the race. Lavoie forced into the gravel. Johnson suddenly dropped all the way down to 5th. Lavoie now back in the lead of the race, takes his revenge there on Luca Campbell. Pontes is past him. Theo Petit tries to get past him through the chicane, is forced off. Tries to get past again, gets forced off. Meanwhile, I've got Steven Jackson. He's on the back of Jacob Johnson there in the back and overtakes him on the final straight into 5th position. And Lavoie has just completely run away with it right now. Luca Campbell is now past Valentin Pontes again. Then we have Theo Petit, Steven Jackson, and Jacob Johnson. Petit on the outside of Pontes. What a move that was. And he's through into 3rd position. Jules Claes with a new fastest lap at 25.87. Luca Campbell so far has only scored a single point for Cooper EDP this season, and he's here fighting. He's in 2nd. He could challenge for the win later on. Jacob Johnson and Steven Jackson have made it past Valentin Pontes. They're catching up to Theo Petit now. Theo Petit unable to catch up to Campbell. Lavoie has completely run away with it here. 2 seconds ahead. And the gap doesn't appear to be getting bigger or smaller. Theo Petit with the new fastest lap at 25.73. Johnson now detached himself from Jackson. Pontes behind. Claes past Pontes now. And Johnson's on the back of Petit, who's on the back of Campbell. We're going to have a big fight here for the podium positions. Johnson on the back of Petit, and it's a train. It's a Campbell train here. Johnson now forces his way through past Petit. Looks to try and get past Campbell again as well. He's got the fastest lap now of the race last lap. He got a 25.63. Lavoie is into the pits onto another set of soft tyres. However, Johnson has completely dropped from Campbell. Campbell going really fast now in the lead of the race. It has revitalised his spirits. Campbell into the pits. Johnson into the pits. Petit not. Petit stays out. Jackson does. He's on the hards. It makes sense. Lavoie's out with that undercut, and he is so close to Petit now, considering lap times. He's, however, lost some to Luca Campbell. Johnson split from him by Valentin Pontes, who stays out. He's got the hard tires. Pontes trying to chase down Luca Campbell. Theo Petit's into the pits. He comes out last, but he's in front of Jacob Johnson. The overcut worked, at least for Johnson. At least against Johnson, that is. Petit now against Pontes, gets past him with ease onto 4th position. Jackson's in the lead of the race, stinging out on those hard tires. Theo Petit very close behind Luca Campbell now, and these 4 are very close together as well. Valentin Pontes has Johnson chasing him. Johnson's past Valentin Pontes, you can see there. Johnson through into 5th position. Lavoie is nearing Jackson now. Lavoie past Steven Jackson with a fast slap at 25.50, and he's back again into the lead of the race. Jackson holding down 2nd, but there's Luca Campbell not too far behind. Luca Campbell going fast. Steven Jackson's hearts have completely fallen off. Luca Campbell on the final straight. It's not making the move just yet. Luca Campbell overtakes Steven Jackson for 2nd position. Steven Jackson will certainly have to pit soon, but he stays out now. Lavoie is onto another set of soft tires. Campbell back into the lead of the race, then Jackson, then Theo Petit, then it's Lavoie. Johnson is into the pits as well, early this time. Petit on the back of Jackson, looking to make a move into 2nd place. Johnson in 6th, chasing down Jules Clays for 5th. And he does do it. He overtakes him and he's into 5th place. Soon enough we'll have the DNFs, the accidents and the failures. As Johnson's looking for Steven Jackson, who's pitted onto soft tires. Oh, and Valentin Pontes has been involved in an accident. And so has James Lavoie. That is very, very big stuff for the Drivers' Championship. That allows Theo Petit to catch up, even maybe 12 or 10 or 12 points to Lavoie. Osipov is out due to a failure. So is Crespo, Guillermo Crespo. So is William Davies. And out due to failures are also Jose Ramos and Samuel Bertrand. That is big stuff. Glitterati loses both their drivers. Johnson, however, he's only running 4th. Longo is only running 14th at the current moment, but he's about to catch Pontes. Johnson on the back of Luca Campbell now. Petit is in the lead of the race. We've got only 2 laps left. Looks like Luca Campbell got involved with Axel Goffier there. Johnson is through into 3rd place for another podium in a row. Petit And on the final straight, Theo Petit wins the Italian Grand Prix. Steven Jackson comes home in second. Jacob Johnson with another podium. Luca Campbell finishes in fourth. Jules Cleese in fifth. Great stuff for Cooper EDP. Solomon Rogers gets a sixth place finish for Low Ski Autosport. Mario Granado's in seventh. Louis Hassan in eighth place. That is Johnson's only second podium in a row. I forgot he finished fourth in Silverstone. In any case, interesting race, interesting implications for both the drivers and the constructors' championships. That will halve the gap between Lavoie and Petit to just 10 points. But it will barely lower the constructors' gap.